Hi there, my name is Kendrick and welcome to Travel and Live Free. This is the third part on my adventures in Egypt, and in this third part, our adventure will take us to Aswan. In Aswan, we got to see two different places. The first one is the Philae Temple, and the second one is a long drive to Abu Simbel and a drive back. And Abu Simbel is hands down one of the best places I've seen while I was traveling in Egypt. I would say it's second to the pyramids of Giza, and it's definitely worth the effort to go there. So without further delay, we're gonna start with Philae Temple right now. As soon as we arrived in Aswan, the first thing we did was head to the docks that goes to the Philae Temple. Boat ride to Philae Temple was pretty fun and pretty nice, and the boatman did not try to scam us that much, and we actually paid a fair price. This was a breath of fresh air because we were being scammed left and right while traveling in Egypt, so not being scammed was something that we definitely welcomed and enjoyed as we traveled to the Philae Temple. Okay, so we now reached the Philae Temple. We had a nice boat ride to get up here, and we're heading up right now. It's really nice, eh? So this temple here, Philae, is actually not Egyptian, it's Greek. I don't know how they built it on this little island here, but it's pretty cool. So far, this has been one of the better experiences because we're not getting mobbed by people to buy stuff, allowing us to explore this place at peace and just really enjoying being a tourist. Exploring Philae Temple is a very serene experience, and I highly recommend it should you ever go to Aswan. Going into the dungeon now. Don't know what to expect. In the dungeon. Okay, coming into this doorway now. Let's see what's in here. Exploring the inner parts of the Philae Temple was actually the best part of the experience because the inside of the temple makes you feel like you are in an Indiana Jones movie with all the dark room, the artifacts, the lighting, the ambience. It was just a great experience, and for me, I'm personally the kind of person that likes to do dumb things, so when I was inside I started saying a lot of dumb stuff, which you can see in just a moment. Hello, welcome to the tomb. Someone grabs the treasure from this little pedestal. The doorways in front of us will all close and we have to run for it. Philae Temple, we headed back to our hotel to get ready for our trip the next day, going to Abu Simbel. Alright, it's our last stop in Egypt. We're going to Abu Simbel and it's 3 a.m. right now, and me and Eunice and Karen, we're dying because we're really tired, but it's gonna be a 3-hour ride to Abu Simbel, and then we're gonna be there for about an hour or two, and then we're gonna go back after, you know, another 3-hour ride back. So we won't be back till 1 p.m. So this is quite a long ride, but it's our last boss before we leave Egypt. So we can do it if it's just a one-time thing. But apparently Abu Simbel is considered the best, if not one of the top 10 best in Egypt. So looking forward to the last boss before we leave this country. All right, we'll see you in Abu Simbel. After a grueling 3-hour plus drive to Abu Simbel, we finally made it. When we made it to Abu Simbel, we were
sad to see that there's a lot of scams that's happening in this place as well. So a lot of people are trying to sell you their wares, their goods, their tea, and they're pretty relentless. Now, they're not as bad as Cairo, but they're still pretty bad. So we did our best by just avoiding them and paying for a ticket and going straight to Abu Simbel. Now, the ticket was a little bit of a scam as well, because part of the ticket includes a tour or a person that's gonna give you a talk on what Abu Simbel is all about, but that person that's supposed to give the tour never showed up, so we essentially just went there and saw it for ourselves.
Okay, so I'm right outside Abu Simbel right now. It's been awesome inside. I think this is definitely top 3 in Egypt, right along the pyramids. There's a weird cult in there right now that's doing their weird stuff, but otherwise it's been pretty good. I guess that's part of the entertainment when you come here. Anyways, I'll end this right here right now.
The Abu Simbel complex actually has 2 temples, one bigger one and one smaller one. So I got a chance to see the smaller one, which was also pretty neat, and also the big one, which was definitely the highlight. Now, the thing with the temple here is that you're not allowed to take pictures. However, because this is a corrupt country, the guy that was guarding the door was actually taking bribes from some Caucasian tourists, and they were just getting in, slipping them some cash, and they were snapping away at some photos. So definitely, if you want to take photos in Abu Simbel, there's always a way, as long as you're willing to slip some money to the corrupt Egyptian guard guarding the door of Abu Simbel. After we were done with Abu Simbel and we drove back to Aswan, we actually took a flight back to Cairo the next day because it was actually not too expensive and the train ride is brutal, and we wanted to avoid it doing that again.
Okay, so me and Karen are in the lounge right now in Cairo. We are on our way to Johannesburg. This is our last day here in Egypt, and thank God, because we've suffered enough coming here. We've gotten food poison, gotten a lot of painful stomach pains, diarrhea, getting scammed, getting lied to. It's just not a very hospitable place, and I think we're ready to move on from here. I think if I can redo my time here in Egypt, what I would have done, I think, is I would have stayed at the Le Meridian by the airport, and then I would have hired a taxi to quickly go to the pyramids, and then afterwards go to the Egyptian Museum, and then go back to the hotel, and then fly to Aswan, take the train to Luxor, and then fly back to Cairo to fly out. I think that's the best way to do it, because you don't want to stay too long in Cairo. This place is not very friendly. You want to stay longer in Luxor and Aswan, where people are nicer, there's less scams happening, and it's just a much nicer place. Anyways, looking forward to our way out and on to the future.
So I hope that you enjoyed the series on Egypt. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your comments below. And also don't forget to sign up to the Travel and Live Free newsletter, where you can get a 10-step cheat sheet on how to travel around the world. So go ahead to the description below and sign up to that newsletter, and I'll see you in the next video.